How are we doing? Good. All right. Now, I've been running around, actually, not just the province, across Canada. I'm leaving again next week for my third trip.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. But this message has to get out. And you know, everybody gets up in front of the mic and they always want to tell you the problem. Is that true?
Yeah.
This is the problem we're having? And then they say, thank you very much for coming, and off they go. I'm here with the solution. Okay? So, bear with me, I'm going to go through it a little bit. I do make a joke now and then, because I like us to keep that Canadian spirit, is that funny belly. That's the way we are, man. Okay? So first, my experience. I went in with the convoy into Ottawa, and I came out on the last day. So when it got brutal back there, I was there. Okay, I was right on the front line. They were shooting pepper spray, they were swinging their clubs, they were doing it all to innocent Canadian protesters that kept saying, don't swing at me, I love you, man, and they just kept swinging. Like you had to see it to actually believe it. All right, this is not a police force. All right, this is brutality. And of course, no one's been charged, even though the judge found it a legal protest. Has anyone heard about anybody, any police officer, or even the police chief getting charged?
Nope.
Nothing. So the law doesn't work for us. It works for them. They created it, they put all the scapegoats in there, they put all the loopholes in there, and they make it work for them. It doesn't work for us. So the only law that we have is when we're right there face to face, and it's whatever we decide it is. All right, as the citizens of Canada. So when I stood on the front line and the Green Goblins came in, that's what I call them, they got their little green jumpsuits, and they stand right in front of you, like they're like this. You know, well, they put this little guy in front of me. He was about that. Can you imagine if he stood in front of Dave? He'd be like, shit. This guy was like here, and he was doing this with his club. And of course, I just could not help myself. True Canadian spirit, a little bit of humor. I said, he's going to blow that whistle, and then I'm going to get you. And he was like, and I said, I can't wait for him to blow that whistle. And I started getting in football stance. And this guy was just shit. You could hear it rattling. It's like, so I'm going right now, I'm going, okay. You're going to wear that stick in a very uncomfortable place. All of a sudden, a guy comes up behind him, pulls him out, puts another guy in. Swear to God. Now, my dad always said, never run, stand and fight. Dad never looked at anything like that before. But I stood there, and when they pushed, we pushed back. But there was so few of us strong enough and had the courageous, we couldn't get everybody to push back. We couldn't hold the line. They're yelling, hold the line. And you're looking at all these people down on the ground, like the line is gone. I came back from there and I learned a lot there. I was the one guy counting how many police showed up, where they situated themselves, where they went. I was an RCMP 30 years ago. Well, lo and behold, they haven't changed their system. It's like our school system. It's been the same for 400,000 years. Nobody changes it. So they lined up, they did it the same. And I'm looking, I'm going, I know this lineup. I've been in the second row. I'm like, oh, I know this. So I counted how many police are there. Then we sent someone to Ottawa to count again when the bikers went in. So we're starting to figure these guys out. Well, just after Ottawa, I phoned some guys across the country, Nova Scotia all the way to BC, phoned everybody I knew that used to be a cop, and I said, what do you guys think of what's happening? Well, they're all pissed off because they honored that uniform in the day, right? We all did we not? We used to look at a police uniform, you tell your kids, if you get into trouble, go to a police officer, right? You would never do that now. We don't know who they are. Right? The restrictions aren't the same to be a police officer anymore. They've changed everything. So I talked to these guys and I said, you know what, could we get a Zoom meeting going? We did a Zoom meeting. And then I told them what I was going to do. I was going to go stand on a stage in Kelowna and I was going to tell them that we're going to build our own army. And I'm just going to blurt it out and just let it go. Well, you know what happened is I got up there and I said, so we're building our own army and we're going back there and we're going to take these people on. Well, shit, that video went 3 million views. And you know what happened next, right? I got 2,000 to 3,000 emails a day.
Wow.
I started getting police officers and ex-military from across this country, including Australia.
Wow.
Not sure what they're going to do. They're all zooming in on me and coming together, and then next thing I know, we're at 250,000.
Wow.
Dedicated people ready to stop all the madness. I'm not kidding you, 250,000. So we sifted through that. We had a big meeting in the central of Canada about 2 weeks ago. And when we went through all the names and everything, we plucked out the primo crop of the people we would need, and we ended up with 82,000.
Wow.
Now, we're still using the other people, but it takes 82,000 really calm, capable people to pull this off, what we're going to do. All right? So there's going to be one day special event that is going to freak the hell out of Justin Trudeau. He's not going to know. He'll put the wrong socks on, he'll screw up. Right? He'll just put regular black socks on. It's going to be a very dark day for him. So what we're doing, folks, is we are going to take action and we are going to arrest the people that have caused all this damage.
Amen.
Now I know what you're thinking, well, they're not going to let you do that. The zombies always win. And we will win this one. Because they don't have enough people to stop us. That's what we have to have is leverage. Right? We're looking for no violence, of course. This is not a violent act, okay, in any way, shape, or form. But I want to add, they will not be able to move that line. Sheer numbers will make them not move that line. 3,000 police will stand in front of 18,000 of us on one line.
Wow.
They're not moving. We're not moving. Okay? Not going to happen. And I'm very proud to say the Indigenous have joined us.
Woohoo! Yeah!
I think we were always meant to come together. And it's unfortunate that it took a horse to run over one of the ladies to actually say, okay, shit, we're with you. I am so happy to hear that. We have Indigenous in my family. I'm just very happy to hear that we're all coming together. You'll be happy to know that every farmer across Canada is in this now.
Woohoo! Yeah.
The farmers. They're amazing. And keep in mind, as I'm talking, we're talking about a peaceful act. All right? None of us are going to start any violence. And the reason that I started with ex-military and ex-police, we know how to stay calm. And when we're faced with adversity, we know how not to lose our temper. We know how to stand and just say, we're not moving. So, you and your little friends, all your little friends there, I notice you're all dressed the same. So, maybe a tea party would be right for you right now. But I think trying to push us would be the wrong thing to do. I can tell you right now, this is how much faith I have. I've phoned a lot of on-duty members who have said that they will join us.
Yeah.
That is what we needed. That's the most important thing, is for them to join us. And let's stop the madness. That's all we want to do, right? I don't worry about waking up the 30% of the people that are so brainwashed that we can't even talk to them. I have them in my family. I bet you have them in your family. We can't talk to them. They're gone. They're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. It's just, I can't do anything with them, right? But there's 40% sitting on the fence, and there's 30% of you.
Yeah.
All right? Do you know how many freedom fighters, and I know because I'm on my third trip, are across Canada? Any idea?
11 million.
Yeah. There's it's a hair under 11 million.
Yeah.
That's a third of the adult population of this country. flying everywhere. No. Okay, let's just kill that right now. Please go out and spread it. You saw me say it with my own lips. We're not planning anything. We're not trying to overthrow the government. What we're doing is we're going to bring them to justice, and we're going to let the Canadian people get them out.
Yeah.
I'll do a little victory dance right now. So it's all about the Canadian people. It's all about saving the people, and most of all, Davey, it's the kids. All right? We've all got kids, grandkids, everything else. We need to create their future. We can't let the new world order come in and all of a sudden grab our country. And you know why they want this country, don't you? It's our resources.
Yeah.
If they grab our resources, they own the United States.
Yeah.
As much as the Americans do not want to admit it, they only get to have a life because we're allowing it over in Canada. Because they suck all the water and all the electrical and everything out of this country. Right? So we've designated one territory that we're going to take, we're going to hold it, we're going to hold court, and we're bringing those people in. And they don't have a choice. They have no choice. There's too many of us. So they won't fight back, there won't be any violence at all. Because the sheer numbers are saying that they can't. We also have backup. So if we see blue helmets, y'all know who blue helmets are? Okay. I don't know about you folks, but if all of a sudden I'm standing in front of foreign troops on Canadian soil, ready to do whatever to Canadian citizens, we're fighting back.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to. That would be the biggest mistake that Mr. Silly Socks could make there. That's his biggest mistake. Don't do that, right? Because I'll tell you one thing I know about running back and forth to Canada. If something like that happened, and I'm talking about every one of you folks in your own communities, every one of you folks will stand up with us in a second. I know you will. Because this is our country.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
Of course you will. We won't be alone. We won't be alone at that point. All right? Bring your garden tools. We're going to do some gardening. I got a lot of trouble for saying that. Anyway. This event is getting closer and closer and closer. And everybody says, is it going to be soon? Is it going to be soon? We are coordinating so many people in so many provinces. This is the logistics are nuts. Okay, we're building tent sites and everything in the woods to house people.
Wow.
Okay, because we got to bring them all together. This is a lot of people. Okay, so give us a chance. I'm telling you, it's happening. Nothing can stop it now. They can arrest me. Well, they already did once. As soon as I crossed into the Alberta border, there's that gun. And they pulled me over. And I got to ride the police car. I've never been in the back. But it's all good. You can ask me any questions you want tonight, once I'm finished. But realize there's only so many I can answer. You can understand that, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody can't know what's going on. And I can tell you right now, to lead this group, there's only 6 of us that know the full plan. The brains of the operation is a group. There's no head to our table, it's a round table, and we're all in it together. Okay? So the thing is that when this thing happens, we need you. And now I'm going to get to that part. You're very important. You are the most important part of the whole thing. All right? We're up there risking life and death, we know that, okay, but we've all served this country in some way. So don't feel sorry for us, we're just fine doing that. We're happy doing that. My wife's happy that I'm doing it. Okay. But you are the witnesses. All right? Now, I don't know what rumors you've heard about me saying that, hey, you got 24 hours to get there. Right? You heard that rumor?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a real rumor. That one's the only real one. You've got up to 24 hours to get there if you want to see this thing happen. This will be Canadian history. It's never been done before. A mass amount of people like this has never ever moved like this before. And you're going to see history in the making. And we want you to witness it so that the truth gets out, because we know it doesn't otherwise. Right? We will have our own cameras there. Tucker Carlson is going to cover us. Unless they fire him, I don't. My cousin is the host on Good Morning Atlanta. He's going to cover us too. Okay, so, and the reason they're so strong is the Americans, now I can't tell you who or where it came from or anything, but we did have American representation at the meeting, and we all, I kid you not, a whole bunch of big burly men around this big table, we all got teary-eyed when the guy looked at us, stood up and said, "You guys don't even know that you're the tip of the sword." And we looked, and I got goosebumps just now, just thinking about it. We got the United States telling us we're the tip of the sword.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
they're saying they need us to go.
Wow.
Right? They'll follow, but we need to go. This is Canadian, this is the real Canada, you guys.
Yeah.
You can be proud. Okay? World War I, World War II, the most feared units were Canadian. And Justin Trudeau's silly socks war, it's going to be the Canadians again. We're going to show the world exactly how to do it. We're going to do it with no violence. We're going to do it because the people are standing up demanding it. And Australia needs to copy us. The United States needs to copy us. All right? What they need to do, and it's exactly what Dave was talking about. Look, drop all your egos and shit. Get together. This is the most important thing that you will do in your life. It's about to happen right now. There won't be anything more important than this. We will stop the New World Order. We'll stop digital ID. We'll stop the whole damn thing.
Woohoo!
All right, so there's the plan. Now, just be patient. All right? I get a lot of emails saying, when's it going to be? 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 Like thousands of them. I can't tell you when it's going to be. That would blow the whole thing. All right? So, only the infiltrator will ask me on the way up, hey man, when is the thing? Well, there you are. So what I'm telling you is, it's going to happen. Please have faith. Please believe in not just us. Believe in yourselves. All right? I've got these. Now what we did is, when the other news stations show up, because they will, it's too big of a, they can't ignore this one, okay? It's too freaking big. They're going to show up and they're going to try and put their little twist on it. They're going to say that everybody's standing there, they're people that are against us. They're going to call us terrorists. I mean, we know the whole thing, right? You know it, I know it.
Racist facade.
So we came up with a shirt, and I did a logo and everything, and I got them printed, and these are going out everywhere. And this is not just for people that are going to show up to the event, but on the day of the event when it happens, even if you're in this town, wear this shirt so that everyone sees Canadian solidarity. Now we did something, well, I actually called a friend of mine who's another retired RCMP, and I said to him, I said, there's got to be a way for us not to look like terrorists. And he said, just dress in white. I go, shut up, I can dress in white. I dress in black, man. So he said, go check out the Americans. They've got something called constitutional sheriffs. So I made some phone calls and got in touch with the constitutional sheriffs of Montana. Well, guess what? They would just love us to be constitutional sheriffs. And I said, okay, we're trying to get sanctioned right now. They're trying to go through the legalities of getting us sanctioned. Apparently we have to get blessed, or I don't know what it is. But as long as they don't put me underwater for too long, because I can't really hold my breath out there. We came up with the Constitutional Sheriffs of Canada, the association. So now all ex-RCMP, ex-city police, and ex-military are signing up to be sheriffs and deputies. And that's what we're going in, and that's what you're going to see. Okay? So we came up with these for onlookers that want to be there on the day, or wear this in your town to show that you all know this day is the day. Okay? Yeah?
Nice.
So you can buy a shirt tonight, $25 each. The print shop really helped us out because we've got to feed our army. And we've got to move them all across the country and everything else, so all the money's going to that to make sure this thing happens. And you can take the shirt tonight if we have your size. Your gun will be in the mail. I don't want to make it mandatory that you wear the shirt if you want to come. If you don't want to buy a shirt, that's okay. Wear a white shirt. We're going to be flying white flags. We will not fly the Canadian flag at all. Do you know why? All right, we're flying the white parlay flag. We will have no Canadian flags on us at all. And we're flying that white flag because by international law, we cannot be attacked. Now, we know that Justin doesn't follow any bloody laws, so he will attack. Well, now we've got our own military obligated to actually come in and defend us. Unfortunately, they're not here. They sent them all away. But you'll be happy to know there's 24,000 Chinese troops here. Oh yeah. Right now in Canada, this is how smart our what is that guy's name again?
Trudeau.
I call him the Boy King, so I always remind with the Boy King. He has actually left us with 8,000 military trigger pullers, they call them. Those are the active 8,000 against 24,000 Chinese that here. And they've got, I forget how many Ukrainian soldiers training here. Our own military could get wiped out in a second.
Wow.
If they decide to just take Canada. It would be us fighting. Isn't that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard? Not only that, he sent equipment out there. So they don't even have half the working equipment they need to defend this country.
That's not a mistake.
Yeah.
No, but he's absolutely right. It's not a mistake. They're trying to weaken Canada, and you guys should know what we know. And I get a lot of people calling me a bullshitter, but I was sitting with the people that know, and we only have this summer and it's over.
Yeah.
So we're looking at before September or just after, we've lost Canada.
Yeah.
So you better just prepare, because if what we do doesn't work, you're going to have 85,000 dead Canadians, and you're going to have a real bad summer. If what we do does work, then we're going to be on our way to freeing this country. So, if anybody wants to ask me any questions, I will answer as many as I can. You're probably curious about a few things, right? And you're just in a hurry to do it, aren't you?
No. When is it going to be? And where?